My dad told me to expect nothing for my 18th, so I dropped my full-ride MIT acceptance. I turned 18 thinking the day would pass like any other, quiet and forgettable. My brother was the golden one with a new Jeep and a trophy shelf. Dad pulled me aside a week before my birthday and said not to expect anything special. Money's tight, you know how it is. I knew exactly how it was because money was never tight for them. When I was 12, I won the regional science fair and brought the ribbon home. That same day, my brother scored a practice touchdown, and dinner turned into a replay show. At 15, I made honor roll and left the certificate on the counter. 3 days later, I found it under my sister's cheer flyers. No one said a word. Something inside me shifted after Dad's warning. It felt like a switch turned off, and I decided to stop hoping. I had a plan anyway. I'd been working at the grocery store since 16, stocking shelves until my hands smelled like cardboard and citrus cleaner. I saved most of every paycheck and told my parents it was for college fees. That wasn't a lie, just not the whole plan. 6 months before my birthday, I sent an application to MIT. I kept it quiet at home and with friends. My teachers uploaded their letters through the portal, and that was it. At night, I wrote essays with my door shut and a towel at the bottom to block the hall light. I retyped sentences until they sounded like I was standing in the room asking for a chance. 3 months before my birthday, the email came. Congratulations, full academic scholarship, tuition, room, board, books, the works. I read it 3 times, then 10. Then I saved the PDF with 2 backups and logged out. I told no one. I wanted my moment to be mine, not swallowed by a cheer practice or a game. My birthday landed on a Saturday. I came downstairs at 9 to the smell of pancakes. They were chocolate chip, my sister's favorite. Mine had always been blueberry. Dad sat with the paper folded like a wall. My brother scrolled his phone and laughed at something that wasn't me. My sister posed over the plate like it was a prop. Morning, I said, sitting. Mom said, "Oh, happy birthday, sweetie," without turning from the pan. Dad gave me a single nod across the newsprint. No card, no candle, not even the plastic plate we used to dig out every year. I ate in silence and watched the room pretend I was air. I felt calm, almost rested, like I had already packed. After breakfast, I cleared my throat. "I have something to show you." Dad lowered the paper an inch, annoyed to lose his shade. Mom turned from the sink, hands still wet. My brother and sister looked up like I had paused a movie. I opened my laptop and set it in the middle of the table. The MIT letter filled the screen, bright and impossible to ignore. "I got into MIT," I said in the same voice I used to ask for the salt. "Full ride, tuition, room, board, books." The email came 3 months ago. The house went silent. The paper slid from Dad's hands. A plate bumped the sink and clattered. My brother's mouth opened. My sister stared at the screen like it would blink. "3 months?" Dad whispered. "You knew for 3 months and didn't tell us?" I looked him in the eyes. I figured it wouldn't matter much. Money's tight, right? You know how it is. His face went from pale to red so fast it looked like a sunburn. Mom covered her mouth with soapy fingers. "That's not fair," my brother said. "We would have celebrated." "You would have what?" I asked. "Noticed me for once? Put down your phone? Remembered today without me reminding you?" My sister looked down, eyes filling fast. I took a breath, steady like I'd practiced it. "I'm moving out next week. I found an apartment near campus with 2 other freshmen. First and last month are paid with my savings. My bags are half packed." Dad tried to stand, then sat back hard like the chair had pulled him down. "Son, we can talk about this," he said. "We can fix it. There's nothing to fix," I said, closing the laptop. "I wanted you to know the kid you ignored is going to MIT. I wanted to say it out loud before I disappear into your background again." I stood and pushed the chair in so it wouldn't scrape. Mom started crying, a sound like she had been holding her breath for years. My sister leaned toward my brother and whispered, "We messed up. We really messed up." I picked up my backpack from the hall because I had planned this down to the zipper. I had my social security card, my ID, my printed award letter, and a stack of bank receipts. I had bus times to campus, the lease in a folder, and the landlord's number saved. Dad said my name. His voice cracked on the second syllable. I paused with my hand on the stair rail and waited 1 beat. The house smelled like syrup and dish soap. "Happy birthday," Dad said. Too late and too soft. I nodded without turning. I had spent 18 years waiting to be seen. I took the first step upstairs. Now my family are saying I blindsided them by keeping MIT secret. Was I wrong?